How's it going, guys? Today we're going to learn if-else conditioning in high-level workflows. Just to let you know, I don't know the best approach to teach if-else condition. This is just a disclaimer at the very beginning of the video. Again, I don't know the best approach to teach this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some use cases and I'm going to show you how you can implement if else conditioning in your workflows the best way, because as you guys know, every use case is different than one another. So actually it's very rare that they match each other. But what we could do is we could put some general use cases in front and then implement them so you can relate to these stuff, and then you can implement it however you want it. So let's go to automation and let's create a workflow. We're going to learn everything in one single workflow. Let's create a new one. I'm going to name this if else branch learning. So we're going to use this workflow to learn if else. Now, the first use case for if else I'm going to talk about is workflow trigger. So what this is actually filtering, or this is actually branching your automations based on multiple workflow triggers. So imagine you have a form submitted workflow trigger, and this is exactly executed when a form is submitted, and the form filter shows this is the contact form. So the name of the form is contact form, right? Now we are going to say contact form submitted. So this is a workflow trigger. As you know, there are multiple triggers we can set now in one single workflow. So I'm going to say another form is submitted. This will be maybe free quote. So free quote form submitted. This workflow will execute for both these form submits. Now what I can do is I can put an if condition, but before that I will save this workflow because I won't be able to use the if else condition properly if I don't save it, because the workflow triggers need to be saved and updated. Now if I go to workflow trigger and I say the workflow trigger is contact form submitted, and I name this branch form submitted and add a branch, I'm going to explain what I'm doing. So free quote submitted. And for this, the workflow trigger will be free quote form submitted. Now, if I save it, it's going to create two different branches. So this is just checking which form has been actually submitted for this workflow, right? So is it the contact form? Is it the free quote form? We could have multiple more workflow triggers. In that case, we have to create more branches over here. Let's say there are 4 forms. We are going to create 4 branches in that case, right? And then you just add contact tags, send emails, SMS, internal notifications, whatever automation you want to perform under these branches. Just to let you know, this will execute for contact form submitted. The name of the form is contact form that I created in backend, and in this one, the name of the form is free quote form submitted. Free quote form. So you can obviously understand what's happening here. So this is one of the use cases. The next use case, let me just get rid of all these. The next workflow trigger automation we're going to talk about is, imagine you are sending an email here. So let's imagine we've got some text over here, and this is obviously demo data, and then we are gonna put a couple of trigger links. So this will be trigger link. So I've got 2 trigger links in this account I created. So I'm gonna say interested. So this is just asking click here. If not, click here. So this will be ask me later, right? So these are the 2 trigger links I'm putting here. Subject cannot be empty. Just let's put hello. So we are sending an email through a workflow. This workflow can be triggered for anything. You're doing marketing, you're doing whatever automation you're performing through high level workflows. Let's say this workflow is running for a particular contact. This email has been opened. There are two trigger links. Let's say we are just gonna set up a wait condition, and the condition for this wait will be trigger link clicked. Select trigger link. We're gonna select both. So we're just gonna be waiting for 60 minutes. We are gonna wait 60 minutes for the person whom we sent the email to click on any of the trigger links, right? So let's say within 60 minutes after the email being sent, within 60 minutes, the contact clicked on any of those. Then this wait step will execute, and then we can come over here in if else and say events trigger link clicked is ask me later. So ask me later. The new branch will be called interested. You know, you get the idea, right? So I'm just filtering based on the trigger link clicked in the same workflow. So workflow events trigger link clicked is interested. Get the idea? So sending an email, in that email there are two trigger links, waiting for 60 minutes or maybe 600 minutes, I don't care, for any of those trigger links to be clicked. If clicked, I'm just putting a condition. What will happen if the trigger link ask me later is clicked? What will happen if the trigger link interested is clicked? This is one of the other very interesting yet very powerful workflow if else condition demonstration. All right, so the next one will be I've kept this email. What I want to show you is after this email has been sent through this workflow, we are gonna add another wait step, which will be waiting for email event. So I think by the time you are seeing this video, I think you guys already know what email events are from one of my last videos in this playlist. So I'm just waiting for email event. Which email? This is the email, right? So this is the name of the email. Let me just change the name. So email 1. And now I'm just putting a wait trigger for email event email 1. What will be the event? So I'm just saying opened. So I'm just waiting for the email to be opened. How much time I'm waiting? So it's 60 minutes. So wait for 60 minutes for email to be opened, right? Now, based on this wait, we can also put an if condition opened, right? So I'm saying workflow contact, sorry, events, email event is opened, right? So I'm just waiting for the email to be opened or clicked or whatever. And then based on this, I can create branches. So you get the idea, right? So just like this, you can track any email event, which is a very powerful feature. So you can track whether an email has been opened, whether it's been any of the links inside that email body has been clicked, or like any kind of action. Let me see what kind of actions you can perform, what kind of actions you can track actually. So clicked, unsubscribed, complained, bounced, everything. So this is also obviously in Mailgun only, so we don't have to worry about that if we are using LC email. So yeah, this is one of the very powerful if else condition demonstrations. So let me just get rid of all these. Now coming back to the beginning, let's see some of the basic if else conditions. So I can put conditions based on a contact's details, right? So these are the fields for a particular contact: address, signed user, city, company name, date of birth, email. So I can maybe put who's the assigned user. So based on that, if the assigned user is empty, no assigned user. So I'm just asking if the contact this workflow is being activated for. I'm just checking if the contact has no assigned user. So if none, then I can just assign this to one of the users and then send that user an internal notification or just create a task for, that particular user, right? So this is one of the things you can perform. Let's just delete this and let's type if else. So some of the other things, you can filter by city. City is this, city is that. Contact type, obviously contact type is customer or lead. But like some of the other stuff, like if you have a custom field in your form, right? So I'm just saying form submitted. So I'm activating this workflow. I'm creating this workflow for one of the form submissions, right? So let's say this one, free quote. So in this form, let's say there's a field, which is a custom field you created, a radio button. That radio button has what type of services do you need? Roof repair, roof replacement, shingles roof. So if I go to if, and if I say contact details, and I'm going to say what type of service do you need, is if that's roof repair, I'm just saying repair. I'm going to create a branch. If it's a replacement, same thing. What type of service, replacement, and then we can like just keep creating branches like these, so we can filter the contacts or filter the leads based on their interests, right? This is one of the very powerful features of if else conditioning in high level workflows. Let's see what are the different other things. So custom values, you can obviously filter based on custom values, but I don't usually do that. You can do it if you want. Date, time, events, I've just covered that. Workflow contact is active in. So this is one of the other very powerful and very handy if else features, I would say, because let's see. So workflow contact. So this contact for whom this workflow is working right now, is executing right now, we can check what other workflows this contact is in through this. So workflow contact is active in, if I'm saying landing page automation. So let's say is the lead in landing page automation. I'm just asking, if not, what other workflows this contact can be in. Is it in appointment confirmation and reminders automation, or is it in other workflows? So appointment. So you can keep creating branches like these based on what workflow this contact or this lead is in, and you can see how it gives you all these branches to create different automations for these different segments, right? So this is one of the other features that if else conditioning provides for you. So yeah, just like I said, if I get rid of this and see if we can show you something more, right? Contact details, custom values, date, time, events, workflow contact, workflow trigger. So basically these are the most used filters, I would say. You can also filter based on contact reply, but this will be a video for another day, because this will actually take a while, because contact reply is a very powerful feature that's used to create automated chatbots. So you can create a workflow with all these complicated steps that will be handling all your calls, that will be having your leads book appointments with you automatically. You don't have to do anything, no human interaction at all. I've created that. So yeah, I do want to show you how it's done. Maybe not that much of a big scale, but at least I just want to show you the basics. That's why I'm keeping this contact reply. And there are a lot of other stuff you can check out, like video tracking and stuff. So once you get the idea of how it works, I think this will be enough for you to, start working and start using these features in your workflows. And trust me, it doesn't take that much time for you to understand how it works and for you to get really experienced on using these type of conditions. So I hope you guys understood this video, and I wish you all the best with your if else journey. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe.